All right, so we were working on figuring out the nearest thousand. Okay, so where would 3,467 go? Well, if I think about it, there'd be 500 in the middle here. So this would be 3,100, 3,200, 3,300, 3,400, then 3,500. So that line right there would be 3,400. So 3,467 is right between 3,400 and 3,500. So maybe around there. With rounding, we want to choose what it's closer to. So which thousand is it closer to, 3,000 or 4,000? Well, it's less than the midpoint or the halfway point. This amount of space is less than the difference between here and 4,000. It's 467 away from 3,000, and it's 600 something away from 4,000, or actually 500 something. It's closer to 3,000. All right, nearest hundred. So, I know you guys did this last year, but this is going to help you when it goes to decimals, so keep watching. How many hundreds do I have? I could think of that as 34 hundredths. So when you're trying to round to the nearest hundred, your low number is what you already have. So 3,400 is our low number. Your high is the next number, the next hundred. So if you add 1 to that, we'd get 3,500. Okay, now, they're 100 apart. So how do we figure out the middle? What's halfway between 3,400 and 3,500? Well, if we look at this and think of it like this, what would halfway between 340 and 350 be? Well, it would be 345. And then just add in the extra 0. All right, so I've got my lower 100, my bigger 100, because my number is somewhere in between 3,400 and 3,500. I found the middle point. Now we need to figure out where 3,467 goes. Does it go here or here? It goes up here somewhere. So which hundred is it closest to? 3,500 or 3,400? It's closer to 3,500. There's less space. So this one would round to 3,500. All right, the nearest 10. So if we underline all the way to the tens, the top, look up here, we could think of it like this. I have 346 tens. So your low is going to be that number, 346 tens. Well, 346 tens would be 346 times 10. So that would be 3,460. Another way to think about it is, which two tens is my number between? It's somewhere between 3,460 and 3,470. So, for the low, we need to put 346 tens, which is 3,460. And then if you added 10 more, so one more 10, you'd get 347 tens, or 3,470. So these are 10 apart if you're rounding to the nearest 10. What goes in the middle? 3,465. All right, so where would our number go? Well, it would go about here. That'd be 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. 3,467 would go right about there. which is closer to 3,470. So that would round to 3,470 if we're rounding to the nearest 10. All right, we're going to do the back in class tomorrow because I have a meeting. So go ahead and stop the video. Thanks.